Hey there, happy day 738. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Of what's she up to now? Just my name. It's just me documenting the process every day of going from the offline brick and mortar corporate world and real brick and mortar business world to the online world. A few years back, I had an opportunity to absolutely positively change what I was doing. And I'd always been curious about the online world. So I thought, well, heck, this is my opportunity. I'm stopping what I've been doing for a long time as part of my divorce. So let's hop into doing something different, something new. And since I've been attracted to the online world, I thought, oh, I'm going to jump in there. I can figure it out. And I'm going to duplicate my offline corporate brick and mortar success. And of course, I'll just hop online and I'll have that same level of success or greater because there's so many more opportunities online. And here I am, 738 days later, still talking to myself and hopefully you every day and sharing what's working, what's not, what I've wasted my time on, what I continue to waste my time on some days, and where I'm going, what direction I'm going with this. So today I was thinking about the light at the end of the tunnel. For my Supersize Your Business segment, I pick an idiom, a saying that the words individually mean something different than when they're put together. And some of these have been around for, centuries and centuries. And any phrase, every saying, even the ones I haven't heard of, I have found as I've been doing this little experiment that they have impacted me or somebody really close to me or someone I've interacted with throughout my life in a meaningful way, in a way that I can recall and remember every time I read one of these. I think some of them I've never actually heard the expression. I think of spade up. I heard that, I read that in a list of supposedly the top 25 idioms in America or in English yesterday, and I'm like, okay, or not yesterday, but about a week ago. I'm like, what the heck is spade up? What does that even mean? So there's still sayings that I hear that I'm like, I don't recall that I've ever heard that idiom or that saying. But then as I learn the meaning of it, I've definitely been impacted by and it's had an influence on me or somebody I know and care about, right? Or somebody I've interacted with in my lifetime in a very meaningful way. Even that one I'm like, what the heck does that mean? Well, it's all about new beginnings and planting seeds, right? And planting ideas. And so even the ones that I don't think mean anything to me, if I think about it, I can always find an experience from my past that I can relate to with respect to that saying, that idiom. So today was light at the end of the tunnel. Now, boy, can I relate to that one, right? How many times have we found ourselves in situations where we feel hopeless? We feel like, is this frickin' really ever gonna end? Sure, my ex-husband is thinking, is this divorce stuff ever gonna end? Been divorced for about 5 years and we're finally got our last joint property under contract, and it's looking like there's a light at the end of the tunnel and that we will, divest ourselves of that property and we can finally be done with all of the joint property and joint assets and things. We still have 2 amazing children together and grandchildren and a granddaughter, so it's not like I'm never going to be connected to this person again. It's like we just don't have to be in close contact and in a relationship anymore, which is good for both of us, right? I'm sure he's much happier, I'm much happier, because he's a great human being, but together we were like not so good together. We were kind of like fire and ice. And we know that fire and ice doesn't necessarily mix, or, like, I'm not going to make a bunch of analogies about that, but my whole point is sometimes we're in situations, sometimes we're in predicaments where we just don't see the end in sight. We don't see that we're going to achieve our goal. We don't see or feel like it's actually going to happen. And then all of a sudden along the way, we'll see little glimmers of hope, glimmers of light, little things that actually increase our belief that we actually will get done with or we will overcome a hurdle, or we will get past a challenge or obstacle. Health challenges are that way. In my 20s and other times throughout my life, I've had some big time major health challenges. And I remember thinking and feeling as I was laying in bed full of pain and all kinds of joint pain and kidney challenges and eye problems and head problems and migraines, is this ever going to end? Is there ever going to be light at the end of this tunnel? And of course, I worked my way out of that one, and I've had lots of other challenges along the way. going to college. I remember there were times when you'd be sitting in college or in a college class, and especially that first 2 years, it just seems like, for me personally, until I hit the halfway point toward any goal or objective or challenge or thing that I'm setting, it feels like an uphill battle, kind of, because it is. But once I psychologically hit that 50% mark, all of a sudden everything else feels like it's downhill to me. And I don't know where I linked that up in my brain, but I use that for almost everything now. If I'm going on a walk, I always, in my mind, set the halfway point, and I work really, really hard to get to the halfway point. And then once I hit that, it's like this automatic psychological release that I know, hey, I already am over halfway here. I know I can make it home. I know I can make it the rest of the way. I do that to push myself physically. I do that to measure and make sure I'm moving toward my goals, and that I always try to maintain hope and belief that I'm going to get there. I guess once I set an intention, I know I'm going to get there. But it's just a matter of time. And sometimes we get frustrated in the journey of getting there. And in order to let go of that frustration, really all we have to do is be grateful for and accept what's going on right this minute, right now. And understand that what is and what we're observing is what it is right now. That doesn't mean it's that way forever, right? So if I'm in a tough spot, if I'm having a challenge with a person or a project or a thing that I'm trying to learn or do, I know that I'm going to get that breakthrough. I'm going to figure it out. The universe is here to support all of us. And so we know we're going to get the answer. It's just a matter of believing that we can. And maybe that's why I like this saying, light at the end of the tunnel is all about belief and intention and going for what you want, and knowing and understanding that if you believe it, you can get it, you can achieve it, you can make it happen. But that's entirely up to you. Will people beat you up and try to knock the belief out of you? Absolutely, positively. Will the environment and the world and the universe test you with more obstacles and more challenges as you're on your way to doing what's right for you? Absolutely. Stuff is going to come up. I don't know if you've ever been working on a project or you had a big event coming up, and you usually get like a blemish, or you'll get a sore throat or sick or something. Like a lot of times in the old days when I had to do a big speech for corporate America to a big group of people, right before, not immediately before, but like a couple of days before I had to deliver that speech or presentation, I'd actually lose my voice. I think it was the universe's way of resting my voice before I had to present, but I'd get a little panic because I would think, oh my God, what if I can't talk? What if I don't have my voice? And then it would always come back and I would deliver the speech and it would go great. So there's always something to look forward to, and there's always something to believe in, even if that's just believing in yourself when it seems like no one else around you is believing in you. That's all it takes. It only takes you holding the light for what it is that you want to create in your life. So light at the end of the tunnel. Got a lot going on in my mind about that today. I'm sure I'll be thinking about that all day, because it is a great saying. It is a great expression. Live Thrive Challenge Day 3 today is all about the challenge framework. And I have a little bit of a unique way of setting up my challenges and my own personal little way of framing it and doing them, which works for me because of my unique sets of experiences and the way I've seen the world and the way I've experienced and done things. So I'm going to share that framework in the Live Thrive Challenge today. It's on my Facebook Thrive Challenge page, facebook.com/Thrive Challenge. I'll do that at 11 today, my time, Central Time, 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time, because I can get it done quickly before my 4-year-old granddaughter gets back from school. She gets to go to 4K right now, so that's pretty exciting. And she's probably wondering if there's a light at the end of the tunnel of that, but she might as well buckle up because she's got, 13 more years of school for sure before she has no light at the end of that tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel. So I love that expression. I didn't talk about it as much as I wanted to in Supersize Your Business because I've been being wordy lately. I'm trying to cut them down. And I didn't talk about, what are all the events that we get ourselves involved in that we're wondering if there's light at the end of the tunnel. Anytime we start something new, anytime we have a goal or an objective. Fun Day 29 today. It's all about eating something gross. And gotta tell you, I'm not super excited about that because I generally like to eat things like sea salt caramels that are delicious. So the thought of intentionally eating something gross is hard for me, but I will come up with something. I will find some, maybe my granddaughter and I will make some kind of a gross, at least a gross colored or a gross looking smoothie or something today. She was asking me yesterday if I had a blender, and of course we have this gigantuan blender that's hidden in a cupboard because I don't want to deal with it. I got rid of my NutriBullet when I moved, and I just haven't replaced it because I'm in temporary location. So until I move to my next spot where I'm going to stay a while, I'm not getting all that stuff again. I'm trying to eliminate and reduce all of the clutter and the chaos and things from my past life. So that's it. That's what I'm working on. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Would love to know what you think about the expression light at the end of the tunnel and what your experiences have been with it. I like hearing everybody's stories. They make me learn and grow and understand as a person what other people have gone through. That's how we connect with people, is through our experiences, through understanding one another better. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll of course see you tomorrow. Bye.